I suppose it's time to talk about this, huh? Let's start with this trailer. You are a Taimanin. Worldwide Taimanin. We have our own network now. I'm pretty sure there's some kind of copyright here, but Taimanin RPG. Finally glows. It glows globally. Fun fact. Not yet. What a great audio. The EXTASY. I figured it's probably time somebody, namely me, since I do Taimanin content, I figured I might need to talk about this. So, Taimanin RPGX is a mature game made for mature audiences. Taimanin, with its history, is a mature game. And there's this game called RPGX. It's kind of a big deal in the Taimaverse. I don't know what you'd call it. Taimanin RPG X is coming to global. This is as huge as, for Taimanin fans, let me explain. This is like the Dokkan equivalent of the global linkage. This is kind of big. Action Taimanin actually did this before RPG did, and before Dokkan did their linking of the schedules. Where in Action Taimanin, they actually merged the games, which, in case you did not know, is why I call every anniversary the number past what it is, because technically speaking, every anniversary that Action Taimanin goes on is going by the global anniversary, not the actual Japanese anniversary, which is why I say each anniversary is the number after what it is actually supposed to be. That's why this anniversary coming up is the 4th anniversary, but I'm going to call it the 5th anniversary. Nope. Yeah, I think that was right. No, sorry. The other way around. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm not here to explain the reason behind my bad jokes. Taimanin RPG is doing something very unique. There's going to be 2 versions, as you can see here. This is Taimanin RPG EXTASY, and the outfits are very PC. Now, of course, I'm not going to show you the actual RPGX, because this is YouTube, and that's not going to fly on YouTube. But the idea is, you can play both. This is the first time I think any game has ever done this, and it's interesting because another reason I want to talk about this, I'm a Taimanin channel, so I will be playing Taimanin RPG. I will add that to content. I don't know how hard I'm going to go in on the game, whether or not I go monetarily hard is unknown right now. Maybe we'll see how it goes. Maybe things will get better and I can afford to keep the channel going with that content. But for sure, I'm going to be making content on it. However, it's kind of a big deal right now because you can pre-register right now. You'll get this SR Igawa and you get 2 different versions on the different versions of the game. So I'm wondering how this will work. So the RPG X Fantasy is the one for mature adults. But RPG Fantasy is going to be available in the Steam Store, Apple Store, and Google Play. The reason for this, obviously, because Apple and Google Play does not allow adult material, and neither does Steam, which is hilarious to me because if you see half the games on Steam, they have plenty of adult material. But for some reason, Taimanin is too mature for Steam. For whatever reason, we don't know why. They used to have I used to have a Asagi Taimanin game. I think the demo on there, and they removed it because of sexual content, which, if you know about Steam, is hilarious, but we're not here to talk about that. You can pre-register today. This game is going to be available on the 25th of October. Isn't that fancy? 5 days before October. Or 4 days, depending on how you count it. And this is what's interesting about it. The data linkage right here. So the gacha ticket, you get a gacha ticket which can get you a girl present code to all players who pre-registered. I pre-registered on both versions. I'm not sure exactly how that would work if you get different stuff. Now the other one is going to be on a website, Jorin or Nutaku, another, again, not safe for work type of place, which is why this game is so interesting. So I've always said Taimanin has an amazing story, and I've often called the Taimanin series the Dragon Ball of adult entertainment. For many reasons, this only supports that theory of mine with this game becoming available. Now, I've always felt a certain type of way about the lore of Taimanin. There's only certain ways to get lore in Taimanin, and the animations, as it were, I've always said Taimanin needs an anime. That doesn't seem to be happening anytime soon or ever, considering they actually made fun of us for that for April Fool's one day and like teased an anime that didn't exist because they know people want it. But I think that this will help me be able to explain the lore a little bit better in the Action Taimanin, which I wonder this could be a positive or a negative for Action Taimanin. Action Taimanin is a very different game, and there is no adult version of it. It's a hack and slash game, which this is an RPG game, which is a little bit, think about Legends and Dokkan. Everything is Dragon Ball related to me, I guess. That's my life. But you can data link, which is interesting. I don't know how this is going to work because technically they use different assets for the art and the characters. Funny enough, I think that means Taimanin RPG is going to use new artwork because it's going to be cleaned up artwork. But you can link both. And one thing I like about Taimanin Action is the linkage is perfect because I can go from one system to another system. I don't even think it matters if you're iOS or Android. You get to keep all your gems and you can do it seamlessly within seconds. You use Facebook, you use Steam, you use anything like that. You link it, perfect. You could do that with this too. I am looking forward to this because I'm looking forward to see how this works. Obviously the maybe streaming. The videos are going to be based off the RPG game, and I'll spend most of my time on the RPG game because that's the one that's going to be mobile, that's the one that's going to be Steam, and let's be honest, doing it on a website, I never trust. I never buy currency on anything like that. I never trust anything like that. But again, Shino right here. I'm just saying, we're seeing a lot of Shino lately. You can think of that what you will. But you can pre-register right now. If you want to register for this game, just remember, there are two versions. There is Taimanin X, Taimanin RPG X, which is the adult version, and then Taimanin RPG, which is the regular version. That is very important. If you want one or the other, you better be specific on what you get. So they got some information here. You already know the story. Speaking of censored, Igawa right here, very censored if you know what Taimanins usually look like. I think, funny enough, I may be wrong, but this is the first time that anybody who plays Action, if you're an Action, you came from Action somehow and didn't come from RPG or any of the lore of Taimanin, which I have a lot of reasons why I love Taimanin. Most is the artwork and the style of animation. Fuma, this is Fuma right here. This is the guy you play as, or when you see the story events, this is the guy that you are in the story. He is a total badass looking guy. Now his personality in RPGX and Action are a lot different too. As you can see, he's a lot more confident here than he acts in RPGX. And that's him when he's fighting. He actually has a unit in the game now, which I wonder when that'll come to global. I'm not sure how this is going to work because even though you can combine these two, it would seem that you cannot take your existing RPGX, if you have RPGX right now, you cannot take your existing version into this version. So global is going to be like Japan and global Dokkan Battle. It's going to be two separate games. They're not going to link together, but you can link each other to one another, which means if you want to get a little saucy, you can go to RPGX. If you want to just play the game and use the RPG elements, Taimanin RPG is the way to go, obviously. And that's where they show you where it's available. It's going to be available on all these platforms. Again, the reason they do that is because you can't put adult content on these platforms. They don't allow it. And this is interesting. I've always wondered how they could use RPGX and bring it to the States, because America doesn't really have websites that are known for doing adult games. So I always thought that was interesting. It looks like they're going to do it this way, which is good. So if you want a little bit more Taimanin action, a different kind of action, this is the way to do it. I think this will be great for learning the lore of the characters, because if there's one thing this game has, it's a very disturbing series. And I just want everybody to know it's a very disturbing series. There's a lot of alternate timelines. Think about Trunks taking a time machine and creating like 1,000 different time rings. And each version goes through different timelines, and the timelines sometimes interconnect. Like this girl is the daughter of this woman, and this lady, you know, she has tentacle powers that came from other things that may or may not be canon to the action game where she has tentacle powers. And Yukikaze is stupid. Also, Sakura used to have a tan. But that's it. That's all I wanted to talk about. I figured it was important. We might as well talk about it. There probably will be RPG content. I've never played the game, so whether or not I like it is one of the other questions I don't really have the answer to. But that was this video. It was just a little informational video, a little more action, a little more Taimanin for all the Taimanin fans out there. I know I probably have a majority of those watching my stuff anyway, even though I'm branching out, and I've always said I don't want this channel to be based on one thing. This channel is supposed to be based on me and whatever stupid thing I want to do that day. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. I don't know. Let me know if you watched this to the end of this whole video. Are you going to play Taimanin RPG? Are you interested? Do you not want the naughty bits? You just want to play the standard game and you just want the gameplay? Let me know. I'll be honest. The H content in Taimanin is pretty F tier. But that's my opinion, and I'm allowed to have it. You're allowed to have yours. And have a great day. See you on the next video, where it's probably not going to be Taimanin related, or it is going to be Taimanin related, or maybe it'll be completely different and something you didn't expect. Or maybe something old will come back. I don't know. It's whatever is going on. Or maybe I'm looking for more chances to find love. Thank you. I love you. Goodbye. And look at Sakura right here. I can't do it. Darn it. I was going to zoom in. Oh, here we go. And look at Sakura. Can't get it to do it. Fuck it. Look at this stupid gremlin. Goodbye.